VMs or containers, or both? Computer applications are traditionally tightly linked to the server in the operating system that executes their code. But as companies increasingly want to expand computer capabilities while spending less time, money, and effort in maintaining a computer infrastructure, vendors are offering simplified deployments. Virtual machines and containers are two approaches that loosen this standard dependence on physical servers. Each approach has its own set of benefits and use cases. A virtual machine, or VM, is a software-based environment running on top of a physical server that mimics the user experience of dedicated hardware. Hypervisors, specialized software or hardware, create and run VMs, and each VM can run an OS in an independent environment. Virtual machines are generally deployed when users need different operating systems and processing power for different applications running simultaneously. VMs are well established and understood, and almost every organization uses them. But they lack portability because of how tightly tied the VM is to the underlying OS. Containers address the pitfalls of VMs, but won't necessarily replace them. Click the link above or in the description below to read more about how they're implemented differently in the enterprise. A container is a software that sits on top of a physical server and its host OS, and then virtualizes the OS only, not the underlying hardware like a VM does. Containers contain the code, system tools, runtime, system libraries, and settings needed for multiple applications, which is why they're often used when multiple applications using the same OS are needed. Containers provide increased portability and deployment simplicity in comparison to VMs. They also enable application components to be deployed and scaled more granularly instead of having to scale up entire applications because of one struggling component. Containers give teams flexibility to handle the many software environments of IT, but managing container visibility, security, and compliance can be difficult. Choosing between VMs or containers is an application-dependent decision. Legacy systems typically rely on VMs, while cloud applications are typically built on containers. Organizations can even combine the approaches for the management benefits of VMs, but the flexibility of containers. What approach or combination of approaches does your organization use, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to hit that like button too.